The world never plays fair. No matter how honest you are, someone will betray you. No matter how skilled you become, someone less qualified will take your spot. That's reality. But those who understand this reality, they survive. And those who survive, they rule. This is a power you can't see, but everyone feels it. This is dark intelligence. Dark intelligence is born when people get betrayed, humiliated and defeated. Others break down, but you build strength from that pain. It's the kind of intelligence that listens, watches, stays quiet, and strikes at the perfect moment. While others argue, you gather information. While they get angry, you calculate. While they drown in emotions, you plan the future. Most people play checkers. You're about to learn how to play chess. But before we dive deep, let me be crystal clear. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. Use it to defend yourself, not to hurt innocent people. The goal is to understand the game, not to become the villain. Today you'll discover the 8 psychological traits that separate survivors from victims, leaders from followers, winners from losers. And before we continue, set your intention. I choose strategy over impulse, wisdom over chaos, strength over reaction. Now breathe, because what follows isn't just information, it's transformation. Number 1, calculated opacity. You don't walk through the world with your mind exposed. You reveal just enough to function, but never enough to be predictable. People fear what they cannot clearly understand, and they respect what they cannot easily read. Most people overshare because they want acceptance or validation. But the more someone knows about your insecurities, your plans or your weaknesses, the easier you become to control. When you speak, speak with intention. Let curiosity do the rest. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Sometimes the quietest answer creates the loudest presence. Number 2, adaptive persona. You shift, not because you're fake, but because you're intelligent. You understand that different environments require different versions of you. Just like a strategist changes tactics based on the battlefield, you adjust your communication based on who stands in front of you. Authenticity doesn't mean exposing every layer of yourself. It means knowing which layer is required at the right time. You remain yourself, but you become fluent in people. Number 3, the principle of detachment. When you are not emotionally chained to outcomes, relationships or opinion, you gain a kind of freedom most people never experience. Detachment isn't coldness, it's clarity. When you're not afraid to lose something, that thing loses its power over you. The confident person isn't confident because life always works in their favor. They're confident because they know they'll survive, even if it doesn't, and that mindset makes them unstoppable. Number 4, silent leverage. Real power doesn't scream, it breathes, it waits, it positions itself. You don't force outcomes, you create conditions where people want to cooperate, want to follow, want to keep you close. A pause in the right moment can command more respect than a speech. A calm silence can be more unsettling than anger. When you speak rarely, your words land harder. Number 5, psychological echo. People don't want advice, they want resonance. They want someone who understands the emotion beneath their words, not just the words themselves. When you acknowledge their fear, desire, insecurity or ambition without judgment, you bypass their defenses. When people feel understood, they open their guard. And when their guard is open, influence becomes effortless. This isn't manipulation, it's emotional intelligence with direction. Number 6, ambiguous morality. Life isn't simple, the world isn't fair, and sometimes the path that leads to the greatest long-term good doesn't look gentle in the moment. Ambiguous morality doesn't mean abandoning ethics, it means making decisions based on outcomes, not empty appearances. You don't act to be liked, you act to be effective. This trait demands responsibility and self-awareness. But when aligned with integrity, it creates leaders, not performers. Number 7, controlled exposure. Your life is not a public exhibit. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. The less people know, the more they assume, and assumptions create unpredictability. One of the most powerful advantages a person can hold. You reveal what matters when it matters, not earlier, not louder, not carelessly. In a world addicted to constant disclosure, Privacy becomes a luxury and a shield. Number 8. Outcome obsession. You are not here to prove you're right. You're here to achieve results. You choose effectiveness over ego, direction over distraction, progress over emotional impulse. You don't cling to one strategy. If the path fails, you adapt. If the method weakens, you evolve. You are loyal to your goal, not the way you started. Outcome obsession creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Now listen carefully. You've just learned the architecture of dark intelligence, but knowledge alone changes nothing. Application changes everything. So choose one trait, just one, and practice it for the next 7 days. Not perfectly, consistently. Watch the shift. Watch how conversations feel easier. Watch how silence becomes a tool. Watch how respect grows, not because you demanded it, but because you embodied it. And remember, power is not about control over others, it's about control over yourself. Use these traits to protect your peace, sharpen your strategy, and navigate this world with clarity and strength, because the world won't suddenly become fair, but you can become someone who is no longer easy to break. Stay strategic, stay ethical, stay powerful,